You might live in the suburbs if your idea of getting out in nature is going to the produce section in Super Target. You might live in the suburbs if you went to Starbucks, you got frustrated because they got your order wrong, so you go to the Starbucks next door and have them fix the order. You might live in the suburbs if you go to Dollar General to get your groceries. Oh wait, no wait, that's North Georgia, right? Okay, all jokes aside, are you really dreaming of getting out of the suburbs and maybe having a little bit more space? Maybe North Georgia is for you, but the question arises, can you actually find what you're looking for in North Georgia? Hey everybody, my name is Tim Gibson and my channel is all about North Georgia real estate. Please subscribe if you haven't already and stay up to date with everything that's going on in North Georgia. And of course, if you are thinking about moving to the area or if you're thinking about listing your house in North Georgia, please reach out. My contact info is right here on the screen. Okay, so I've been doing this YouTube thing for a couple years and I have run into quite a few clients from larger areas. That's typically where people are coming from. They're coming from more populated areas, specifically Florida, Southwest Florida. A lot of clients are coming from there. One of the main topics that we talk about is that people want to get out of the suburbs. They want to get away from traffic. They want to go to a more peaceful location. So naturally, North Georgia becomes an option for people because it's a great location, it's a very pretty place to live, and it's close to Atlanta, Georgia, which is, great city and has one of the biggest airports in the world. One thing that tends to be surprising to people that are coming from more heavily populated areas is that there are not a ton of houses in inventory in some of these small North Georgia towns. Okay, so for example, I've got quite a few people that have come from Tampa, Florida that I've talked to. This is just my example. But I like to say, hey, look, you might be able to throw a rock out the window and hit 100 houses for sale in Tampa that fit your criteria. That's not necessarily the case in North Georgia, and we will show you why. So what I want to do in this video is sort of illustrate the total inventory in a couple of different counties that I work in, and then show you how many houses are actually for sale at the median home price in each of these counties. So if you have some very specific criteria and you want to live in one of the small North Georgia towns, what tends to happen is that you may not find exactly what you want. So we're going to dive into that here just in a second. First county we're going to jump into is Lumpkin County, Georgia, home of Dahlonega, Georgia. Very, very popular place for people to move. All right, so what's available in Lumpkin County? All right, so we are in October, just about in Halloween, end of October 2024, and the total number of houses for sale, single family homes in Lumpkin County, home of Dahlonega, Georgia, 106 houses. Like I mentioned before, if you're in Tampa, Orlando, somewhere in Florida, you could probably throw a rock and find 100 houses for sale. So what does that actually mean? You got 106 houses for sale. What's the price range? Glad you asked. The least expensive house in Lumpkin County is $124,999. The most expensive house is $5,475,000. So if we take the median home price, which is roughly, somewhere between $400,000 and $450,000, how many of those houses are available in Lumpkin County? I'm glad you asked. We've got 17 total houses for sale between $400,000 and $450,000 in Lumpkin County in October 2024. So in case you're wondering, I know you probably weren't expecting to go to math class today, but that's about 16% of the total houses for sale in Lumpkin County are within that $400,000 to $450,000 price range. So that's why I wanted to make this video. Maybe you are thinking about moving to a place like Dahlonega, and let's say your budget is $400,000 to $450,000. You only have 17 houses to choose from, at least at this point. So that being said, if your criteria is very specific, like let's say you want one level, you want one or more acres, you want to be in a subdivision, and you want to be close to town, you may not find that because there's only 17 total houses that match your budget. So the point of this video is not to burst your bubble and say, don't move to Dahlonega because you'll never find what you're looking for. The whole idea is to start your search and think of it like a funnel. Throw everything in that might be a fit at the beginning, and you just start funneling it down until you find the exact right house for you. Whether it's in Dahlonega in this example, or whether it's close by where you can still get to Dahlonega, maybe that's the right choice for you. All right, so second on the list, we're going to talk about Dawson County, Georgia, home of Dawsonville, Georgia. You've got the Georgia Racing Hall of Fame, home of the Elliott family, Bill Elliott and Chase Elliott, NASCAR legends. North Georgia Premium Outlets, there's a lot of stuff to do in Dawsonville, and a lot of people are moving to Dawsonville. So That being said, how many houses total are for sale in Dawson County? You got 178 total houses for sale in Dawson County, Georgia. The least expensive house is $240,000, and the most expensive house is just about $4.5 million. Okay, so how many houses are for sale between $400,000 and $450,000 in Dawson County? 31 total houses for sale, so just about double what's available in Lumpkin County. So as you can see, even in probably the fastest growing county in all of Georgia, there's still only 31 houses total that are available between $400,000 and $450,000. All right, so now we're gonna move even further south. We're gonna move to Forsyth County, Georgia. And by contrast, just to let you know, Lumpkin County and Dahlonega has got about 30,000 people, and Dawson County has got about the same, about 30,000 people. And Forsyth County is over 200, probably close to about 250,000 people. So you might be thinking, oh, we got way more options. All right, stay tuned. The total number of single-family homes in inventory in Forsyth County, Georgia, October 2024, 782 houses. All right, so that's a lot of houses, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the least expensive house in Forsyth County. It's actually $150,000, and the most expensive is $7.5 million. Okay, so how many houses out of 782 in Forsyth County are available at that median U.S. home price? Well, you might be a little surprised. There's only 31 houses total that match that criteria. It's actually the same as Dawson County, which has only about 178 houses for sale. So that means out of all of the houses for sale in Forsyth County, you only got 4% that match that criteria of the median sales price. So you're probably thinking, why am I even watching this video? This is the most negative video of all time. That's not the goal. The goal is to actually just give you a very clear picture of what the housing market looks like in North Georgia. So all that being said, I think if you have just a little bit of flexibility in your criteria, you could probably find something that you're looking for, and you'll be able to enjoy all that North Georgia has to offer. So were you encouraged, or were you a little discouraged about the amount of houses for sale that might fit a certain criteria in North Georgia? Let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you in the next video.